welcome back to another video. Another video. It's been forever. I miss you guys. Did you miss me? I hope so. So for today's video, we are going to be talking about how we found out that we were pregnant. It honestly is not a very special story. It's not one of them shocking, oh my gosh, wow moments. It was very subtle, very chill, like us. But still, this was what was voted for more. I'll still be doing my birth vlog also, because now that is a story to tell. But for now, we're going to talk about how we found out we were pregnant. So, this goes back to 2024, obviously. But before I even get into that, I just want to talk about my cycles. So right before we found out we were pregnant, I was investigating my concerns with my menstrual cycle and came to find out that I have endometriosis. So I was supposed to be getting that checked out and all things of that sort. So being pregnant was kind of the last thing on my mind, our mind. And I only say kind of because at the same time, we still were not taking precautions to not get pregnant. So yeah, don't think that you're invisible, okay? If you out there and you doing grown folk stuff, you're not invisible, even if you think. So like, yeah, it was kind of the last thing on my mind just because of that. And it's so crazy because I had a procedure set up for the endometriosis to get it looked at and all that sort. I made the appointment, all of that junk, only to end up being pregnant and having to end up canceling that appointment and so on and so forth. But the reason that I was looking into my menstrual cycle is because I had irregular cycles, okay? I'm talking about all over the place. There was not really a consistency to my cycle. The only consistency was that it was 5 days. Okay? That was like the only consistency. I think a big part of that was because I took birth control for a large part of my life. They tell you birth control don't mess you up, you do. Point blank period. Boom, I had my cycle January, I had it February, and I had it March. March is our anniversary month. And she is an anniversary baby. She was conceived during our anniversary weeks, whatever. So had my cycle March. It was perfect, y'all. I'm not gonna get into details, but the year that we had starting out, January was very rough. February was also rough. And we were honestly still going through it in March. But March was very, very important in celebrating our anniversary because of the prior months. So it worked out perfectly. My cycle was before our anniversary and I was off in time for our anniversary. So yeah. That was that. And then we went away the week after our actual anniversary to celebrate our anniversary. So again, that was that. So had my cycle March, came April, still was not a thought that we had conceived a child or anything like that. Life was regular, just wasn't thinking about it. Come time for my cycle, I didn't come on day 1, wasn't concerned. Didn't come on day 2, wasn't concerned. I think about day 3 is when I may have mentioned it to Ryan, like, okay, like, I still haven't come on. But for us, again, it wasn't, like, alarming because it's happened with my cycle where I won't come on exactly when I'm supposed to. Sometimes I will be, quote-unquote, a week late, but I will still come on within my expected days, basically. We tell each other everything, so like he knew the whole time like what was going on. It's not like he was oblivious that my cycle didn't come or anything like that. Like, no, he knew. So yeah, like day 3 I kind of mentioned it, like, yeah, boo, my cycle ain't come, but we'll see. Like, that's what we would always say with my cycle. We'll see when it's gonna come, because it always came. It literally always came. So it was just like, I'm like, it's gonna come, I just don't know when. So we was just like, all right, we'll see. Day 4, no cycle. And at that point, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to take a pregnancy test or anything like that until I completely miss. Meaning, I didn't come on any of those days at all. If I didn't come on any of those days, I was going to take the pregnancy test. Clearly, that happened. So, boom, day 5 came, still no period. I'm like, all right, I couldn't wait because I'm just an anxious person, because I was also going to try to wait a few days after just to give that little gray area just in case I may have come on. But I was kind of antsy at that point, and I'm just like, I want to take the test just to see. So literally day 6, the next day after my period was supposed to end, I took a test. And that was on April 14th. And I took it at 1 a.m. I just decided to get up. I went in the bathroom. I had already bought pregnancy tests. I think I got some off of Amazon on like day 4 or 5 to have it just in case. So yeah, I went in the bathroom. I think Ryan was like dozing off or in and out of sleep, but he knew that I was going to be taking a pregnancy test within the next few days because again I ordered the test. So I went to the bathroom. I peed on the stick, obviously. Y'all, that popped up immediately, and it was dark. It wasn't light. It was dark. Okay, I'm gonna insert the picture. I took 2. So then I called him. I'm like, babe, come here. And he like, huh? I'm like, come here. So he comes in the bathroom and he look at it and he just like, what that mean? Mind y'all, he knows exactly what it means, okay? He knows what a pregnancy test looks like. He knows what a negative and a positive looks like. But he's still like, what that mean? And I'm like, it mean what it say. Like, what does it say? So I'm asking him. I'm like, what do it say? What do it say? And he like, it's 2 lines. So what do that mean? And I'm like, you know what it mean. And he just was like, for real? And I'm like, I guess that's what it say. So we kind of just was like, we weren't nonchalant about it. We're very chill people. So it was just like, okay. We were so shocked and we were taken aback because like, again, we were just so used to my cycle being weird. So we was just like, oh, it's another weird cycle I'm going to come on type of thing. And I had honestly made up in my head that like, yeah, I was going to come on. So we were kind of just like, what the hell? So yeah, that was that. I mean, we didn't like celebrate or get excited or anything until probably like a few days or maybe a week later, honestly, because like it just hadn't settled in that like I was pregnant. And like if you've been pregnant before, you know that them first couple days, weeks, that you don't feel pregnant aside from once you get sick, if you do. Other than that, like, you don't feel pregnant, you know, like, and I didn't feel it at all. I will say that they don't lie when they say literally the symptoms come in right after you get that positive, because not long after I got that positive, I did get my symptoms. But even still, like, it felt so unreal, y'all. Like, we were shocked. I think for the both of us, we were kind of like, it's not really going to soak in until we go to the appointment and we see that there's a baby in there. So like, yeah, we kept it a secret. We were literally the only people who know. We didn't tell a soul. Like, I didn't tell my mom. I didn't tell my best friend. Like, we didn't say anything to anyone, y'all. I had to keep it a secret. We decided to tell our parents on Mother's Day. I got the footage of me telling my mom and my dad and my bonus mom. I don't have any footage of us telling his family, but I'm gonna upload some of the videos from me telling them. I think I have a video of us telling my brother too. I'm gonna have to look and see. But yeah, we told our parents on Mother's Day, so that wasn't until May. So I had to fake the funk with my mom especially until Mother's Day and act like I wasn't pregnant or anything. And it's so crazy because we was talking about it before that, and I'm just pretending like, yeah, in a couple years when we have a kid, da, 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 da. Meanwhile, I'm pregnant right then and there. It was more difficult with my mom because we talk often every day. So yeah, it was hard, but I did it. With my dad and my bonus mom, it wasn't as hard just because I don't face call them as much as I do my mom. So like, it was just more so like, I'ma just surprise them, and that's exactly what we did. We surprised them. Like, they didn't have a single clue at all. I mean, my mother didn't either, but like, I know my dad was for sure, and my bonus mom, they were for sure caught off guard. I was a little bit anxious telling my dad, because if you know me and if you know Big C, you know that he don't play. That's all I'm gonna say. He don't play. So there was a little bit of anxiety there, but I mean, at the end of the day, we were two young adults who knew what we were doing. So what you scared for now? Okay. So yeah, that was that. And telling our parents. Even after we told our parents, I think that's when we slowly started to tell some of our friends. But then we waited a little bit longer to tell other friends and family. I can upload that video too, because I made a video to tell them that. But yeah, that's really it. Like, that's how we found out. Like, it was not... It was special, but it wasn't like super special where I surprised him or anything like that. I can say that I did wish I did that. Like, I really wish I would have been able to capture his reaction with a surprise. But it's okay. I'll get him eventually another time. Sometime from now. But, yeah, it's okay. I'm kind of happy that I didn't get necessarily that moment on camera, because, I mean, it was intimate. It was just us two. And I have a habit of recording a lot of stuff with us. And I know sometimes he probably be tired of me recording. So I am glad that I have that moment to cherish where it was just us and there was no cameras involved. Because, yeah, I didn't record it. Also, it was 1 o'clock in the morning, child. He was tired and I was tired. So, like, yeah. I'm grandma already.
What, about to be grandma again?
I said you something else.
My phone made that.
You gotta get your phone. Look, what does it say?
Now you tell you it's established with the established.
You gotta get your phone.
Yeah, y'all want to make me cry. What the hell? I knew what I was saying. What the... What? 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 Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Pause. No. Come here. Wait a minute. Are you serious?
Baby. 2024. Baby what?
Baby. Karaya and Ryan.
Ryan what?
Baby. 2024.
What does that mean? Like, tell me a language.
We're gonna have a child.
So you're pregnant. Let me see the rest of it.
Okay.
Well, okay. I mean, did I just say something about it?
You did, and we were trying to keep him focused.
Wow.
He did. I'm an aunt, so you about to be a wife. Yeah.
Hey, yo. Okay.
Don't nobody know though.
Real shit.
Mommy ass know though. Thank you.
I
hope the bride wasn't talking about having a motherfucking baby. I wouldn't buy this ticket no motherfucking baby. Yo, man.
Wait a minute.
Now, I got three matches symbols, game box, bride box. We're having a baby.
Wait,
baby.
Because what you say?
I want to see what the prize is. The prize ain't no baby. We don't need no babies.
Granny, what you say?
We're having a baby.
Surprise! It was definitely hard also going to work, y'all, because oof, I got morning sickness and I had it literally in the morning. I also had it at night, but I had it in the morning, y'all, and the nausea was terrible. I was at work literally fighting for my life, trying to teach class, trying to keep the throw up down. Oh, it was so terrible. And at that point, nobody knew, so like I didn't have any advice on like, oh, eat ginger, the little ginger candies help and stuff like that. Like I didn't have none of that, so I was suffering. Oh my goodness. And then it was towards the end of the school year also, so like I was already, but yeah, I was struggling going to work, y'all. It was bad. I don't even know how I did, honestly. Oh, right, because it was towards the end of the school year, I was already tired from the school year. You know, if you know, as a teacher, towards the end of the school year, you just over it, bruh. So I was already over it, and then to be pregnant and feeling nauseous and sick, it was so bad. Oh, excuse me. So, like, I'm not even gonna lie, like, once I did tell my friends who worked at my job and stuff, once it really, really got towards the end of the year, like them last couple weeks, that last month, yeah, y'all, I was putting on movies for them kids and literally in the back of the classroom trying to drink water and stay alive. Okay, like, it was survival of the fittest for me because, ooh, and I'm not someone who likes to be nauseous. Like, if I'm nauseous, I'm going to make myself throw up, or I'm going to encourage, I think saying make yourself throw up sounds very bad. I'm going to encourage it to come up. I'm going to help it a little bit because I can't sit and just be nauseous. Like, I need the feeling to go away. So, yeah, it was very difficult to have to sit there and have to be nauseous. Like, I couldn't go back and forth to the bathroom, and I dang sure wasn't about to spit up in the classroom. So, I just had to stick it out. I was calling out also because, child, it was very difficult. It was an adjustment, in fact. Like, woo. We had her name picked out. The name that we had was gender neutral, and we were going to name our child that either way, or so we thought. But it wasn't until the gender reveal, after we found out she was a girl, Ryan comes to me once we get home and he's like, I think we should maybe look at other names since she's a girl. Because, like, we were so dead set that she was a boy, and we really liked that name for a boy. So I feel like he just wanted to have a name that we had set on it being a girl, which I understood. So we were like, okay, well, we'll ponder on it. I mean, if something comes to us, we'll do that. If not, we'll stick to the name that we had. Y'all, I made a poster and everything with the first letter of what we thought the name was going to be, only for us to not use that name. But I'm happy we didn't use the name because, tell me why. I think it was towards the end of my pregnancy or like right after I had her. Somebody on my Instagram posted like their best friend or somebody, and they had a daughter and they named her the exact same name. Y'all, I would have been pissed if we named our child that and I saw that, because the name, for one, was a name that we was like, we've literally never heard anyone with that name as their first name. We only know of one person with that name, but it's their last name. So we were like, oh yeah, this is so unique. Like, nobody has this. Not nobody, but you know, like, you say nobody. Like, nobody has this name. And we just thought it was so unique, only for somebody to end up having it. So I'm definitely so happy that we didn't do it. Whew. We're not disclosing her name, but the name we ended up choosing, it just came to us. Like, it's funny because I feel like every time you name a child, people ask you, oh, so what does it mean? And like, her name does not have like significant special meaning like God sent or heaven, you know, like they be having them. It's not nothing like that. And I'm not making fun of people who have names with actual meanings, but yeah, it's not anything like that with her. It's just special to us. I mean, her first name I came up with. Her middle name is hyphenated. He came up with the first part. I came up with the second part. I will say the second part of her middle name does correlate to her first name, though. Other than that, it just came to, like, I don't know, if you have a child and you know, like, the naming process was difficult, I feel like you know, like, it just, that's the name, that is it. Like, that's literally how it happened. It just was like boom, and then we started calling her that while she was still in my stomach, and it literally just stuck. We added the second part of her last name, of her middle name, towards the end of my pregnancy. But yeah, we had her first and middle name, and we just kept calling her that while she was still in my stomach. And it is perfect. It fits her. She's so cute. Her name is cute. Like, it's perfect. I don't care. But yeah, that is the story time of how we found out about baby girl. We were so in shock. It was just like, what the heck? And then, like I said, because we had a rough start to our year, it was really shocking. But all I can say is God is amazing. God definitely works in mysterious ways. God sends you your biggest blessings when he knows you need them. And I can attest to it and say that he knew that we needed her, because my goodness, the timing at the moment and at the time, it did not seem right, but the timing was just right. Honestly, like, God is just amazing, y'all. Like, I don't have anything else to say other than that. Like, he knows what he's doing. I trust him. Our faith lies in him, because he the best. He the best. She is knocked out. Like I said, we're not disclosing her name, and we damn sure ain't putting her face on social media. So, y'all will be getting back of the head shots and covered up shots, or no shots at all, because protecting our peace, protecting her peace. Children don't belong on social media anyways. So, the end. I'm still going to do my birth vlog, because that is a story to tell. I have actual footage of that also. So yeah, I can't wait to tell y'all that story. I mean, yeah, I'm excited to tell it, but I'm not gonna lie, I honestly still have not processed it in totality. Yeah, I still haven't processed it in totality, so like, yeah. It was great that I did this video first, and then I'll come back and do that, because I need to process that process myself. It was a lot. But it was amazing, and it was still beautiful, and I cherished every moment of it, the good and the bad. But yeah, that's it, guys. Hubby is blowing up my phone. I thank you all. He's home. Thank y'all for tuning in. See, look, that's my cue to go, y'all. My light died. Thank y'all for tuning in. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I will see you guys in the next video.